So yeah, sorry guys, I was actually mute there, but welcome back to the channel here. And basically today I'm going to be speaking about Bitcoin. And obviously, what's happening right now is we're having the halving in the next couple hours here, and there is a lot of data I want to speak about. And obviously, you can see that all the inflows. There's been a lot more inflows recently, and you can see that we are obviously quite bullish on the inflows right now. But let's see what happens. I do want to quickly speak about the current price action of Bitcoin because obviously we are bouncing from this area here, and we can see that price is looking quite bullish, and it's still holding, right? So if price had to close below, I was actually waiting for price to close below this level here, but we didn't actually close below. We bounced perfectly from the support here, and it's looking quite strong to see a bounce back up to the 71 to 73k. Because if you look at the book map over here, there's a whole bunch of shorts that need to get liquidated at these levels here at 74k, and 74 200 is going to be the level that we're going to see 1.2 billion shorts get liquidated. So there's a lot of key data happening right now, and obviously looking very strong for potential bounce here for Bitcoin. Obviously, what's happening with the war and everything like that, if there if there is something that happens within the next 48 to 24 hours, then we will see a potential flash crash. So watch out for that. If you guys are a bit long at the moment, there might be a potential flash crash due to the war. But I want to speak about this right now, and this is obviously the Bitcoin halving. Um, a bit of data here, and you can see that we do have the halving in less than 10 hours now, and right now we're looking like it's looking really good here. You can see that the markets after halving, so the first one was 9,000%, and then 3,000%, and then the last one was around about 700%. So we are expecting maybe like a 300% gain after the halving, but obviously there might be a little bit of a crash first before we get a potential upside. So the thing is, the halving is bullish, but we do have to make sure that um, we're looking at the data and looking at the chart, and if you are trading, you can see that if we do break that 60k level for Bitcoin, then we can definitely come back down to 50k. But right now we are bouncing quite nicely, which is why we are still quite bullish here. And you can see whenever price is trading above this moving average over here, we are quite bullish here, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But yeah, obviously looking really good for potential bounce. I do think that this is going to be the level here, the liquidation heat map. But I am, I'm not really bullish or bearish because we are stuck in a range. Right now, I do expect price to obviously break this level here at 66,600, and if we break this level, then we can look for potential buys. But we do have to keep in mind that 60k is going to be the support. So overall, it's one of those things we just have to be patient. We can't really take trades now, but we'll see what happens. Like we'll see what happens. And right now, I'm just going to be patient. Yeah. So overall, market is holding this level here. So let's see what happens for Bitcoin. Okay. Um, yeah, so obviously the halving is very close, and we do have this data to look at, and the volume has increased quite a lot as well. So yeah, the last 24 hours, the market cap, you can see the total AUM, every single ETF over here, you can see that GBTC, everything is up in the last 24 hours, and we'll see what happens, yeah, guys. We'll see what happens. But yeah, what are you guys thinking about? What is your plan for the halving? Let me know in the comments, because the thing is, there's a lot of talk about this as well. Like obviously, it's one of the biggest events that's happening in 4 years, so there should be a lot of people speaking about it. But you can't listen to everyone, and that is the main reason why you just have to look at the chart and um, see what happens. Okay, so yeah, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thoughts on the market? Let's see what happens. It is the weekend very soon, so we have Saturday and Sunday where there might not be any volume, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. What's going to be um, what's going to be there. Okay, so let's first speak about Bitcoin, and also what's happening right now is price is still trading above this level here. So if price can close above this level at around about 64, 65K, um, then we can look at potential longs. So um, but right now I'm just looking at this level here, because if you look at this is your previous support over here at around about 65K, and we need to see price break this level here before we see price go up. So that is something I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I will go over Ethereum as well, because Ethereum's a little bit more bearish than what Bitcoin is, and have a look at Ethereum right now. So look at the daily chart. Ethereum doesn't look good compared to Bitcoin. We know that Bitcoin dominance chart has been pumping a lot, which is why the Ethereum and other coins are a lot weaker. So let's wait and see here. But the daily candle does need to close, and yeah, right now I'm just going to be patient, because we are going to be looking at potential setups. But I just need to wait for a potential move, and then once we get a move, I will take a setup. But for now, I'm just watching out. Um, I mean, Ethereum still looks bearish compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the only coin that's kind of bouncing from those zones. Okay, so yeah, for me, I'm just gonna be saying patience here, and yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. What are your guys' thoughts on the market right now? Obviously, the halving is really massive. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the data, it's just crazy. If you guys are, if a lot of people are just straight bullish right now, and saying you should load your bags up now because the whole market is down. And I do think that, if you look at the weekly time frame for most coins here, you are looking at a 22% dump to 25% dump on most coins, and even on the monthly chart. So, like, even if you had to buy at these levels, it still looks really good to accumulate some now. And if you do get more downside, then obviously you can potentially take some setups. But I think you always have to have your skin in the game and look at the market and watch the market, because this is what can happen, right? You can have a dump like this, a 20% dump, and it just gives you another opportunity to actually buy at these levels. Okay, so yeah, that is something that I'm looking at. Um, so we'll see what happens. See what happens. Let's see. So right now, I'm really just looking at. So this was interesting that I found this the other day. So Cathie Wood's ARK and Bitcoin even has record outflows of 87 million. So a lot of that is why we saw a massive dump in most of the coins, is because of the outflows, and also a lot of these institutions are selling, and it's quite interesting. You can see here it just shows you the total inflows and outflows, and you can see there's been a negative over here. You can see of 85.4. So this just shows you. You can see that throughout the last week in April, a lot of big institutions are actually selling. But you can see there's still, like, iBits has just been buying the whole time, right? FBTT has just been buying. There's only a couple that have just been selling. So GBTC still selling, which is quite interesting, which is very interesting. So keep an eye on this, guys. It is something that we need to speak about. But yeah, that is about it. Cathie Wood, very well known in the space. Okay, and then obviously here also Goldman Sachs client not interested in crypto says cheap investment offer. So even after the recent surge in prices and involvement from the TradeFi giants, the bank maintains its belief in crypto is worth it. There's a couple people like this where um, a lot of people just don't believe in Bitcoin and the blockchain, especially these banks in the US. They just, some of them just don't have the faith. But I mean, it's very evident that the institutions and other people getting involved now are the ones that will obviously see the realized gains in the future. Because the thing is, right now, people that aren't buying, are just losing out on the opportunity. And we all know that crypto is going to be for the rest. It's going to take over the system when like the dollar and all of these other fiat currencies start actually collapsing. We're going to see crypto take over, and we'll probably see. What I think that's going to happen. Bitcoin eventually is just going to be a stable coin, and then we're going to see. You won't be able to buy Bitcoin and get those 100 to 200% gains. You would only be getting 1 to 2% a year, like gold, right? So that's something that could definitely happen in the future, especially when the whole economy collapses. But we'll have to just wait and see. I don't think we'll see that anytime soon. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Um, and then yeah, so third thing I want to speak about is Dogecoin, because Dogecoin, um, there's been a lot of talk over here. You can see that this person here says if Elon Musk new accounts to pay small subscription fee in Dogecoin, that would be fantastic. I see the response below. Elon comments that people are rooting for Doge to be accepted for that. X will introduce the obligation that new accounts pay a small annual subscription in order to be able like that reply, post, and bookmark on the platform. So you can see that there is talks about this, guys. Dogecoin could potentially be, it's gonna be quite crazy, because if you can pay with Dogecoin, we're gonna see a massive, massive surge in Dogecoin price, and we all know that Elon Musk is just really, really strong on Dogecoin. If we have a look at Dogecoin's chart, it doesn't look great as well, like most of the altcoins, but um, we all know that Dogecoin has done some big things, in the past where you don't really see it coming. So if this had to happen, you would see Dogecoin's price literally just skyrocket, and that is something we have to notice, right? So I would keep an eye out for this. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys also check it out. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well, because this is where I will be posting all my updates as well. I do post my setups over here as well, so you can see I post my trade setups that we were taking some shorts yesterday. So let's see what happens, guys. It's gonna be interesting. Like the current market right now is gonna be very, very interesting to see how it plays out. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I do think that there is going to be a bit more downside, guys. I don't think that we're going to see all-time high before the halving, because there is only in a couple minutes. So I mean a couple hours. So like right now, I'm just going to be patient. I just I just want to wait for after halving and see what happens, because I just don't want to be the person that is buying straight before the halving, because I do think that we might see a little bit more downside. So just wait and see, guys. Nothing special. Yeah. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Um, Dogecoin definitely a coin that I'm going to be buying, guys, in the near future. Yeah. I don't think someone saying $1 for Dogecoin, definitely possible, but I mean it's gonna have to. That's still in a long time. If that happens, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But we did actually get almost there to all time high. So Dogecoin is one of the coins that I do think will outperform most of the other coins, just because of the the institution and all the big guys backing it. But if Dogecoin does lose the support, then we will see more downside. But currently, just holding, which is obviously absolutely bullish. Um, when you're holding a range, it means that price is most likely just going to carry on to the upside. So Dogecoin, definitely bullish on Dogecoin, and then just have a look at it, guys. There's also a weekly flash and golden cross, which is basically when the 50 and the 200-day moving average cross, and it is pointing to the upside. So that is something that another indication we might see for Dogecoin. So have a look, and yeah, we'll wait and see for that. I will be posting all of these setups in my Twitter just so you guys can have a look and see. But essentially, this is where you guys will be able to see all my stuff. So have a look at this, guys. Just it's very really interesting to see that Dogecoin is making some moves here, which is obviously really good. So let's see what happens. Let's see in the near future what's going to happen here, but we'll wait and see. But what I'm going to look at for Dogecoin is just if this daily candle closes like this. If this daily candle closes like this, I will be taking a long for Dogecoin back up to these highs because we are down, around about 50% from the high, which is absolutely crazy. So there's always opportunities in the market, and that's when you have to make the most of it. Because right now, I'm literally just on the sideline, just waiting to see what happens. I don't think that I'm going to be chucking in anything until I see some type of retest. And also, the news on the market is making me a little bit skeptical of getting involved because you can see even with like Audi and all these other altcoins, it's looking very weak, guys. Like most of the altcoins are looking very weak, whereas Bitcoin is the only coin that is kind of just holding, which is why I am more on the bearish side right now. But we'll have to wait and see. 60K is going to be your support. Make sure you guys look at that. And then that this is going to be a short show, guys. There's not much else to speak about in the show today. Um, Obviously, the halving is just what we're waiting for, and also this liquidation heat map is something that we do have to watch out for. So obviously, that is something I'm going to be watching for right now. But there's just not much else to chat about. I do think that the market is overextended. I do think that if Bitcoin does lose 60K, we do have quite a big drop here of around about 15%, 14%. But that is something that I'm looking at for BTC. And obviously, if this happens, we're going to see a large crash um, within the altcoins. Okay, so let's wait and see. It's going to be very interesting. I do think that the market is going to have a crash soon. I'm not 100% sure, which is why I'm on the sidelines. Um, but that is why I am just going to wait and see how the 60K level holds, and if we can seem to hold this level. So that is something we're going to be looking out for. Okay, so right now I'm just staying on the sidelines and just watching to see what happens. Yeah, but essentially this is the only chart that you guys should be looking at, because the thing is, if Bitcoin manages to break above 66,600, then we can look at potential longs. But if it holds this level here, we're going to be looking at some sells, because this level is just going to get destroyed. There's no orders over here. A lot of people will get liquidated if they are sitting at these levels. But the next key support is going to be this 52K level, which a lot of people have been calling out on Twitter as well. But we'll have to wait and see within the market right now. It's just one of those things where we can't really make any calls with the market when we are currently ranging, right? But I do think that the whole market is just overextending to the upside. So like we just have to wait and see. So right now, I'm just waiting to see what's happening with the war, what's happening with the halving, and obviously Dogecoin is going to be one of those coins that I'm looking at, right? So yeah, first of all, just can't really do much now. I will end the stream a little bit early because there's just nothing to happen. We do have to wait. I will be posting some setups after the halving, and I will be posting my thoughts on what's happening. So make sure you guys do follow me over here. Make sure you do like the video and subscribe to the channel. But essentially, these are going to be the most important levels here for Bitcoin. Like if Bitcoin doesn't hold this level, we're going to see a huge drop here, guys. And I want to show the Bitcoin dominance chart, because the Bitcoin dominance chart is what's going to be what I'm going to be looking at, right? because right now Bitcoin dominance has just been pumping for long, right? And like I said, if you guys were here the other day, I was chatting and saying that, we could definitely see 58% before we see a massive crash in Bitcoin dominance. And once that happens, then I'll be starting to look at the altcoins, because right now we can't really take a look at the altcoins, and I do think that there's a lot more blood going to happen. Whenever we have a war, whenever we have like when we had COVID, we saw a huge crash, and it wasn't just a crash over a short period of time. It's like it's 2 to 6 month crash. So Bitcoin could be doing that within the next couple months. So just be careful, because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Bitcoin is bouncing," but um, I don't think it's going to be bouncing for too long. I just don't think it's going to happen. You can see like Solana, it just looks terrible. Bitcoin Cash doesn't look good. 1inch doesn't look good either. A lot of coins don't look good, and I do think that there is downside, but they are bouncing, right? And if we do look at USDT dominance chart, we tapped into this level here, and this is the only chart that's actually looking quite good for crypto. And remember, when you're looking at the USDT dominance, we do have to make sure that we understand what's happening here. And what's happening is we are currently experiencing a little bit of a bounce, but overall the market doesn't look good for crypto. Um, but we need to see USDT dominance break above this level here in order for longs to be valid. Because otherwise, we just have to be patient. Okay. But what are your guys' thoughts on the market? Because right now, we do have the halving very soon, within the next 10 hours. So like, it's going to be quite crazy to see what happens. But I am more on the bearish side, yeah, to be honest with you guys, because Bitcoin has obviously just been bouncing, but I do think that this pump would have been a lot more extreme if we were going to see a bounce, because it is going to get rejected here. It looks like we might lose this level, and if we lose this level, we're going to see, you can see the even on the 15 and the 5 minutes here, shorts are looking quite good as an easy player. Okay, shorts are looking quite good as an easy player because we are losing certain zones. So for me, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are just straight bullish, but I just don't think that we're going to see that pump. But there is a lot of liquidations sitting at around about 74 200. 74 200. There's 1.15 billion shorts sitting there. So we all know that price likes to from liquidity to liquidity. So that is something that I will be looking at, and we are seeing a bounce, guys. We are seeing a bounce, but the problem is it's just how hard this is going to bounce, right? Um, the only coin like I'm really bullish on right now is going to be Ondo. These are my two setups that I did take for Ondo for spot. I have been in this. You can see that we took it long here. This was the other day. It was actually the 1st of April. If you guys remember, you joined that stream on Monday, and we took it long there. And then we said that if price goes down to this level, we'll take another long. So we are currently bullish on Ondo, and you can see even over here, Ondo is the only coin that's kind of up for the month. Um, there's obviously a couple like Bitcoin Cash and Dogecoin, Pendle and Core, but Ondo, one of those coins that are up around about 50% on the month, which is absolutely crazy. Um, so like for me, one of those coins, just have a look out. We spoke about the real world assets, and we were speaking about how bullish we are within that sector, and also the AI coins that we're looking at, right? So Ondo definitely one of those coins that's going to absolutely um, get absolutely pumped within the next bull run. So make sure you guys do look at Ondo for a potential move here. I do think that Ondo is still very cheap, and it's going to absolutely take out that 1.5 level very soon. So we'll wait and see for that. And then also GRT, guys. I did actually take this long here for GRT. We are in a bit of drawdown. Remember, this was on the spot. So the stop loss for me, I don't use stop loss for spot. But essentially that's how I just draw my charts. But I was expecting a bounce from the zero point 0.5, and then we actually bounced exactly from the 0.618. So I do think that GRT's got quite a nice move. Um, you can see that it's just absolutely bullish. GRT is one of my favorite projects. You can see that you're buying GRT at a 0.2576 level. I mean, if you bought it, I bought it over here at 0.111. but just adding more to it over here, and then you're looking at a 700 to 800% gain to all-time high, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, so GRT, one of those coins that you have to look at for the bull run. Um, these gains that you guys are going to be making in the next couple months are going to be crazy. Maybe not in the next couple months, maybe the next year or so, because after like I would say like after 2 months of the halving, we're gonna get that massive rally. So we can stay around about 3 months until we get quite a nice bounce on the whole market space, and that's when it's gonna be easy to trade, where you can just buy coins and then just see your money. So something to look at, guys. Very very bullish on GRT. Same thing with Ton. Yeah, so we actually also we took a long for Ton over here on spot as well. Like I said, the stop loss doesn't matter for spot trading for me, because the thing is you want to be holding it, because the whole ecosystem for Ton, we spoke about it as well, was just really really bullish. There was a lot of upgrades that were happening, so we did actually buy some Ton at around about 6.3, and then we did actually tap into 7.2, but still bouncing, still holding. And like I said, we just have to be patient here, and the market is currently just um, kind of just bouncing a little bit, but I don't think that this bounce is going to last, to be honest with you. I'm more on the bearish side. And then also Render. Render is one of those coins that you guys want to be looking at as well. Have a look here. This was the level that I was looking at, this previous resistance at 7.9. And we are going to get a bounce here, it looks like. So there's a couple coins that are bouncing quite nicely. So make sure you guys do check GRT, Render, Dogecoin. And we spoke about all of these charts already. So if you guys did just join, make sure you guys go back in the other sessions. I mean, at the beginning, and you will see that we spoke about why we're buying these coins and what the market is actually doing. And remember to follow me on Twitter, because this is where I do post my setups. Like the other day, I posted a Bitcoin trade and a Solana trade, and we both smashed those ones. You can see that giving out free signals for the community. Have a look here. So Solana actually did way more than I thought it was going to do. You can see right over here, I took profit at 135, and then we actually had a massive dump back down to 127. Then we had a pump back up and then dump, so it was ranging. And now, it's kind of looking more bullish, but we do have to just recognize that the halving is really, really close here, and we have to just be patient before getting into such trades. Okay, but yeah, I do send out all my setups, and I do appreciate everyone joining today. This is going to be a short stream. We will be posting some setups after the halving, so like I said, just make sure you guys do check out my Twitter. That is where I post most of my content, and if you guys do want to contact me, you can contact me on Telegram. I do have all the links in the description. So thanks again, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend. And let's see what happens after the halving. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So cheers, guys. I do appreciate everyone joining. Bye-bye.